Alright, so my Arkham Asylum video has gotten nearly 400 views, and wow, I really was not expecting that. I know 400 views isn't a lot in the grand scheme of YouTube, but I'd really like to thank anyone who checked out that video, and well, today we're going to be discussing Arkham City. Arkham City is one of those games that for years has been heralded as nothing other than legendary. The follow-up to Arkham Asylum, this game took the groundwork that was laid by its predecessor and not only improved and expanded upon it, but it perfected it. From its story to its world and characters to the already addicting gameplay, Arkham City proves to this day to not only be the best Batman game out there, but one of the best superhero games of all time. Arkham City takes place about 18 months after the events of Arkham Asylum. After the disaster that was the previous game, Quincy Sharp is elected mayor, and with the help of Hugo Strange, a former doctor from the asylum, they deem Blackgate Prison and Arkham Asylum no longer suitable for the containment of supervillains. Old Gotham is then repurposed into Arkham City, an experimental super prison where the inmates can do whatever they want as long as they are contained within it. Bruce Wayne ends up holding a press conference outside the city gates and is subsequently arrested and thrown into the city, where Hugo Strange reveals that he knows Bruce is the Batman and can finally proceed with Protocol 10 now that he is here. Breaking free from his restraints and breaking Penguin's hand, Bruce makes his way to the top of Ace Chemicals, where he calls Alfred and suits up for another long night. With so many of his adversaries in the city, Batman makes his way to the courthouse to save Catwoman from being killed by Harvey Dent, aka Two-Face. After trying to steal from Two-Face's safe, she is captured and being held over a vat of acid, and has a gun pointed to her head, because, that makes sense. Batman fights his way through Two-Face's thugs and ties him up, saving Selina. He tries to question her about Protocol 10, to which she says she doesn't know anything about it, just as a shot comes through the window, almost killing Selina. Batman traces the shot to the top of a church, where he discovers a remote sniper being controlled by the Joker. Tracking the Joker down to the old steel mill, he learns that Joker's blood is toxic and killing him due to the Titan he injected at the end of Asylum. Joker is able to inject Batman with his own blood, and reveals that he's also sent his blood to local hospitals throughout the city, infecting various people across the city of Gotham. Batman is tasked with hunting down Mr. Freeze, who is helping Joker develop a cure. After a while, Batman is able to track Freeze to the Iceberg Lounge, where Penguin is hiding out. Fighting his way through the lounge, Batman takes on Solomon Grundy and Penguin, ultimately freeing Freeze. Freeze tries to explain to Batman that the cure will not work, as the formula is not complete and it's unstable in its current condition. Batman realizes that he can use Ra's al Ghul's blood to complete the cure, and goes underground to track him down. Fighting Ra's al Ghul and preventing him from killing Talia al Ghul, his daughter, Batman is able to secure Raz's blood and return to Freeze, who attempts to fight Batman. Yes, I know in the game they say Raish. In Batman Begins they say Raz. I've always said Raz. You can say whatever. And the fight with Mr. Freeze, I think, is arguably one of my favorite moments in this game. Not only are you in an epic boss battle with Mr. Freeze, but Mr. Freeze can learn from your gameplay. So if you choose to take him down one way, the next time you get up to him, you won't be able to use the same tactics on him. You'll have to switch it up, and you have to do this 4 to 6 times depending on the difficulty you're on. While they are fighting, Harley Quinn is able to steal the cure for Joker. And shortly after, Vicky Vale crashes into the city where she is reporting, and is saved by the Batman. Batman makes his way through the city, shortly after saving Vicky Vale, stopping various villains such as Zsasz, Bane, Mad Hatter, and more, until he eventually returns to the Joker, seemingly finding him to be cured. They fight over the remaining cure until Hugo Strange initiates Protocol 10, which is revealed to be Hugo's plan to kill all the criminals in the city, sending in multiple missile strikes, blowing everybody up. Talia shows up and asks the Joker to spare Batman, telling him she'll give him immortality if he does. Joker takes her as his hostage, and Batman is saved by the Catwoman and decides to go to the tower and stop Protocol 10, as he can't let Hugo Strange launch these missiles at the city. Deactivating Protocol 10, Ra's shows up again, stabbing Strange through the stomach and revealing that all of this was his plan all along. With his last breath, Strange activates Protocol 11, and the tower explodes. Batman and Ra's al Ghul jump out the window, where Ra's stabs himself in an attempt to stop Batman and is impaled on a fence. Next, Batman makes his way to the theater to confront the Joker, who is still demanding the cure, when Talia stabs him, and it is revealed that she stole the cure before Joker ever even got it, and Clayface has been pretending to be the cured Joker. Joker, the real one, shoots Talia, killing her, and then Batman faces off with Clayface. Defeating him, Joker blows up the theater, dropping himself and Batman down towards the Lazarus Pit in a last attempt to save himself. Batman drinks part of the cure when Joker stabs him, causing him to stumble and drop the cure, leaving none to save for the Joker.
Are you happy now?
Do you want to know something funny? Even after everything you've done, I would have saved you.
You know, that actually is pretty funny.
Joker succumbs to his illness, and the game ends with Batman leaving the theater, carrying Joker's body, laying him down, and walking away into the night without a word. The story of this game, like Asylum, is relatively short, and if you rush it, you can beat this game in about 6 hours. There is some pretty fun side content mixed in as well, though a lot of it is a little more repetitive than the rest of the game, such as Bane's missions, which sees you tracking down these containers of Titan and destroying them for him. Or the obvious elephant in the room, the returning Riddler trophies, which are scattered all over the city, requiring you to solve puzzles to collect them. There's also a series of Catwoman missions throughout the game that are mixed in the main story that see you playing as Catwoman in between certain events. I don't like these missions as much. I didn't think they were that great, but I mean, it was pretty fun to switch up the gameplay a bit and get to play as Catwoman using some of her different gadgets and skills. Definitely was a change of pace. Plus, these missions featured Poison Ivy as well, which I really did like. This was at least pretty fun, though a little repetitive and not necessary. You see, this playthrough is actually my first time ever playing these missions, and when I played the game originally years ago, I had only ever played the original version, which did not have these unless you pre-ordered them or picked them up later as DLC, which I never did. But all in all, I think that these missions were a fun addition to add to the story and gave it just a little more oomph, gave it a little more context to how, say, Catwoman was able to save Batman. There is actually a secret ending in these Catwoman missions as well. You see, in the last Catwoman mission, you get the choice to leave Arkham City or go back and save Batman. Obviously, we know Catwoman goes back and saves Batman. Leaving sees an alternate ending where the Batman dies and Protocol 10 is completed. And it was pretty cool, at least. Now, the gameplay is really what makes City so good. However, whether you're playing as Catwoman or Batman, this game really amplifies what was built in Asylum. The combat is smooth and really makes you feel like a predator stalking through the shadows, taking down enemies one by one. Combined with the Nemesis stealth system and a few new gadgets, roaming the streets of Arkham City becomes very addicting as you achieve higher and higher combos and perform different and unique takedowns. If you like playing these games for the simple experience of kicking the hell out of some criminals dressed as a bat, well, this game does it perfectly. And I think that besides Arkham Knight being a little more smooth, this is just wonderful. All in all, I think this game is pretty timeless, and nostalgia aside, I think going back to this game has been so refreshing, and has reminded me of how good video games can be when the people making it make it with love and are pouring passion and soul into their art. Truly, this game stands out as a legendary title that seems to just get better with age, and just, I'm not sure if it gets much better than this, and though I love Origins and Knight, I think for me personally, Arkham City will always be the perfect Batman game. Thank you to anyone who made it to the end of this video. I'm hoping to increase my output of videos over the next few months, and I really want to work on bringing you guys high quality content that not only is fun for me to make, but fun for you guys to watch. So if you happen to stick around this long, why don't you leave a comment down below on anything you might want to see or anything I can do to improve these videos. I am a pretty beginner editor, and I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm trying my best. So if you guys have any advice or just suggestions, feel free to leave them down below. I'd love to read through your guys' discussions. Anyone who ever comments on my videos, you know, I read every single one of them, so thank you so much. I have a few videos I'm working on right now. I really like to revisit the games that I love and just discuss the things that makes me love them. So do expect a few more videos in that format, but I do have some more out there ideas that I've kind of been flirting with that I'd like to try soon. So hopefully you guys like seeing them because I'm pretty excited to get them out there. They will be a little different from my normal content though, and I'm hoping that I can kind of branch out from there. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until next time.